We did really well in the gym, but first and foremost.
And they cut the post-fight interview off. Nonito Donaire just won a second-round TKO from a guy named Anthony Settoul. He fought in Macau. His last fight was against William Prado in the Philippines, and before that, we know he took his third defeat of his career via stoppage against Nicholas Walters. I am T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. It is very early on a Saturday morning, 8:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And excuse me. So basically, it's like 9 p.m. over there in Macau. So right now, as it stands, Nonito Donaire is fighting back at 122 pounds. He weighed in at 123. His opponent weighed in at 123. So it's looking like he can get close to that 122-pound limit again. Let me get something to drink real quick. Give me 1 minute. So now the question is, where does Donaire go from here? I mean, against William Prado and against this guy, of course he looked good. But at the same time, this is what can be considered lower level competition. So the big question is Bob Arum, who still promotes, yes, he is the promoter of Nonito Donaire, will he match him up against the winner of QUIGG versus KIKO Martinez, Nonito Donaire versus Carl Frampton, who also fights today against Alejandro Gonzalez? We're providing full coverage for that fight. Looks very unlikely. So, of course, there's other big 122-pound names for him, and now it's time for him to fight a big name. But who is it going to be? And is he going to make his return back to HBO? And then his next fight is going to be in the States, because we're hearing stuff like him fighting in Abu Dhabi, meaning Nonito Donaire next. And I forgot if he's no, actually, yes. He's working with his father, not Robert Garcia, because Robert Garcia is in Texas right now with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. So, was I impressed with Nonito Donaire's performance? Well, the fact that the guy is, not really ranked, you can say, okay, all right, he looked good, he looked sharp, wasn't really much movement, and it wasn't really too much to go off of because the fight was only 2 rounds. And he put the guy down twice in the first round and then finished him off in the second round. The guy did get up, meaning Anthony Settoul. He did get up, but what happened was his corner ended up throwing in the towel. So it's not really too much to talk about. But as I said, there is some big names I would like to see Nonito Donaire fight against. I mean, after all, since he weighed in at 123, even though he's closer to 122, technically he's fighting at 126 still. So it's going to be good to see what he's going to be doing going forward in the future. I'm expecting for him to be back sometime in September or November, and hopefully we'll get him versus QUIGG or him versus KIKO. Oh, it's not going to be KIKO Martinez, because KIKO Martinez is also an Al Haymon fighter. So I'm really hoping that QUIGG beats KIKO Martinez. And if you don't know, Carl Frampton beat KIKO Martinez twice, and QUIGG wants to fight Carl Frampton. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. And then we all know, not to mention Guillermo Rigondeaux, who may be facing, heavily rumored to be facing Guillermo Rigondeaux at a catchweight of 124 pounds. So we can rule out pretty much a rematch with Donaire versus Rigondeaux. And right now, after that clean-cut win, it really doesn't make any sense for Donaire business-wise, or Rigondeaux after he beat Donaire pretty much clearly. He would be basically doing it just for the money. But if you don't know, I'm T-Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com. I cover every single major fight live. It's going to be a busy day for boxing for me. About to go hit up the gym soon. Thank God this fight happened early. Follow me on Twitter at T-Street Controversy. Follow me on Facebook at T-Street Controversy. Also, if you're over in the Philippines, right? Or if you're over in Macau, if you're interested in providing live fight coverage, meaning that send an email to tstreetcontroversy@gmail.com, or what you do is you go to the About section of the channel page, this channel page, and my email is right there. Send a detailed email of your goals, aspirations, and what you want to do in the sport of boxing. And if you're in Macau, well, truth be told, for this video, we're looking for people in Macau or in the Philippines, and what we'll do is we will provide media credentials for you if you fit the bill. Yes, we have the power to do so. So once again, send a detailed email to tstreetcontroversy@gmail.com of your goals and what you would like to do in the sport of boxing. And who knows, maybe the next Nonito Donaire fight you know, or the next Macau fight you could be at. T Street Controversy Live.